What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I didn't realize that song was 3.5 minutes long. Usually I pick songs that are in the 2.5 minute range. So yeah. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. I'm streaming a little later than normal. That's just my wife is watching a show called This Is Us. That's her show. That's my stream time. So welcome, one and all. I'm curious how like these later. Normally I stream like 3 hours before now. I'm curious how many folks are like watch streams later in the evening. You know what I mean? Welcome, one and all. AT chat, good to see you, man. Hello, Darth Vader, Patrick Bentley, Clorzio, B&B ASMR, Karen Evans, Eric, Mad Dog Productions, Braylon Barnes, Aaron Baguette, Game Station 3, what's up, man? Nicholas Grosso, Pizza Man, Awesome Alex. So you just want me to... You want me to just, like, read off names for the whole stream? What if I just did that? What if I just did that? So yeah, I planned on playing KotOR tonight. And if you guys have ever played it on the PC, you know that it is super finicky. There's a program that I have called Flawless Widescreen. It usually works pretty well, but if you guys... Maybe some of you guys know what I'm talking about, but Flawless Widescreen is supposed to detect when an instance or an executable file is what's the word I'm looking for? Executed for Knights of the Old Republic. It recognizes that Knights of the Old Republic is open, and then it does its magic potion and creates a 1080p version of Knights of the Old Republic and makes it modernizes it a bit for modern machines. Flawless Widescreen, that program, you have to open up KotOR multiple times for it to be recognized by the program. It says it right there in the little info thing on the program. Normally, it does it after about 10 or so opens and closes, opens and closes, opens and closes. I tried it for a solid 15 minutes before 9 o'clock. My deadline to start streaming was 9 o'clock because that's when the show came on that my wife is watching and I wanted to start at the same time. So we finished at the same time. And that time rolled around and I got frustrated and I said, fuck it. It's Battlefront. It's Battlefront. Yeah, I've tried it through Steam before, AT-AT. The problem is that OBS doesn't even recognize it. Also, you can't, at least I can't minimize it just through Steam. I have to use that Flawless Widescreen. The Flawless Widescreen is great when it works. It kind of blows me away that a program like that exists for a game that was made in 2003. And how well it does do a good job modernizing it. When it works. Well, yeah. When it works. You watch Walking Dead, Greedo, B&B. I used to, man. I watched the first couple seasons, and then, you know, I like a lot of shows, I just kind of fell out of love with it, and, you know, it just kind of got repetitive, and I don't know. You know how it goes. There's a lot of other good TV to watch, and it just kind of got formulaic, and, yeah, I didn't have much of a desire to continue. I'm trying to think what season I got to. Maybe 3 or 4? When is the Governor? Is the Governor... I don't know if the Governor was the last season that I watched or not. Is that the one with the prison? I don't know. Melon Matt, my PC specs are down in the video description. Or the stream description. I believe they're still down there at least. Damn it. Actually, I haven't looked at those yet, Stuart. I'm planning on looking those at some point this week. I've been saving. Well, I take that back. I did look at a couple, and a couple of them really cracked me up. Palp, you know, the prior mod in the Discord server, and he's still a mod here. Palp sent me one, and it was just Anakin's face, and I literally cracked up. I was in bed. My wife was sleeping, and I started, like, shaking the bed because I was trying to, like, do one of those silent laughs where your whole body shakes, you know, uncontrollably. But yeah, my plan is to look through all of them with a microphone in my face so I can give my reaction in the moment, you know. I don't want to look at them and get spoiled. I'm excited though. I've never done anything like that video-wise. I don't really know exactly how I'm gonna edit it. I don't really know exactly how I'm gonna do it. I mean, if I didn't have this helmet, it would be easy as shit because I just record my face. And that's another thing, Stuart. This video that I'm gonna be doing where I'm not reviewing or reacting, I guess reacting to Star Wars memes. It would be way better if I didn't have this helmet, right? That's another thing. I have to kind of get like weird and creative with it because I have this stupid ass piece of plastic on my face that prevents me from doing dumb facial expressions, right? I know I have not watched that yet, Mad Dog. It's constantly on my recommended list. I don't know if that's because I've kind of saved it and bookmarked it. I don't know. Is that a thing? Like, if you bookmark something, does that translate into your YouTube recommendations? That'd be very interesting if that was the case. But no, I have not watched it. I've been meaning to for a while. I keep forgetting. Oh, come on. Somebody help me shoot this guy. There we go. I didn't even have my scope. Just add eyebrows to the helmet. That is a pretty funny idea. Oh, man. I can barely imagine you reading them and laughing without your helmet. Yeah. So kind of exciting news for me. Most of you guys probably don't give a shit, and I completely understand that. But exciting news for me is that I finally finished completely 100%. The PDF is done. The pages are finalized. The silly book that I've been accidentally writing for the past 3 years. And the only thing that's left, like the guts, the interior is done. That's all done. The only thing that's left now is the back cover. The cover's done. The only reason the back cover is giving me problems is because I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I wrote 185 pages, and now the back cover, I don't know what to say. Because, you know, a lot of back covers are written in the third person or kind of explaining what the book is or the author or whatnot. I'm not good at writing about... I'm not good at, like... I feel goofy writing in the third person about me. Does that make sense? Hello, Greedo is just YouTube channel. I don't know. It just feels goofy. So I'm probably just going to write it in the first person and just kind of, you know, make it very, very simple. We'll see. Let's see. What's my predicted episode 9 title? Oscar. Dude, I don't even have a guess. I keep thinking that... I really don't know. Everything that I think of is way too cheesy and sounds fan-fiction-y, right? Sounds like you popped some words into a thesaurus and just spit something out that sounded... I don't know. You know what I mean, right? Fan film, fan-fiction-y titles. They're all very, very similar. What in the Razor Synapse? Sweet. Yeah, Karen, 100% written by editors. I don't have an editor. I wish I could afford one. I am my own editor. I figure I've made like 1,000 videos. Yeah, I guess I know how to write.
I know. Fly casual.
KotOR's not working. Hell no.
JX Editor, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. First super chat and channel support of the stream. I appreciate you softening up the punch-in bag tonight, man. KotOR's not working. Kite Man. Hell no. I forgot about Kite Man since the last time Kite Man was brought up on the stream. introduced me to a brand new character that I had never heard of, never seen, didn't know anything about. Kite Man is not a Star Wars character, by the way. KotOR not working, Kite Man, hell no. Hell no. Is this a specific... Oh shit. Is that a specific reference to a Kite Man quote? Potentially? Probably not. Nobody knows fucking Kite Man quotes. But JX, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you know, KotOR... Oh, one sec. AT, thanks, man. I appreciate that. One sec. Yeah, JX, KotOR, I have to run it... how do I put it? I have to run like a third program emulator thing to get it to work. I guess that's what it would be considered. I really don't know. It's like a forced... It's called flawless widescreen, and it basically forces the game in its native resolution that it was made for into 1080p. Gives you the ability to play it in windowed mode. And so, yeah. Flawless widescreen was giving me issues. I could open the game, but I could not stream it. I could not minimize. I could not play it in windowed mode. And pretty much you need all of those things to be able to actually access the game through OBS. Whenever I start talking about streaming stuff for you guys that don't stream, does it sound like a bunch of gibberish? JX, thanks, man. Once again, give me one sec. I almost said AT dollars. AT chat, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Derp dollars. Derp dollars. Is derpdollars.com? Derpdollars.com.
I don't know.
It just sounds like something that would be a thing. I don't think it is a thing. Derpdollars.com. Nobody buy that. It's stupid as fuck. But it sounds like something that would legitimately be a thing. Doesn't it? But I appreciate that, AT. And JX editor catchphrase, Kite Man, hell yeah. Is that really his catchphrase? Kite Man, hell, it really is. Wow. Kite Man, hell yeah. That you're going deep with that Kite Man reference, assuming that I'm gonna know that his catchphrase is hell yeah. That's hilarious, man. Kite Man, hell yeah. Kite Man's catchphrase in the new 52 Charles Chuck Brown Sr. alias Kite Man is a supervillain in Gotham City that commits crimes. Let's see, where's that? Crimes by arming himself with kite weapons. Charles Chuck Brown is a man who armed himself with kite weapons to be used to commit crime. What the hell is a kite weapon? He flies with a big-ass kite strapped to him. The article does not say big ass. It says big kite. He also uses a barrage of kites to overwhelm his enemies. He ran afoul of Batman. Oh, my God. Kite man weapon.
Fly casual. Fly casual.
Villain. A list catchphrase. A list catchphrase.
What a silly villain. I love it. I miss goofy villains like that. Don't you? JX, thanks again, man. One sec. And Geek Talk Society. I appreciate that, man. Geek Talk Society says 1 a.m. here in the UK. What is it really? 10, 11, 12, 1.
Resistance soldiers in
2.
the area.
Oh. I guess I'm not familiar with the time zones over there. I guess my dumb brain, I think UK. Oh, it's 5 hours away. 5 hours. Geek Talk Society, thank you so much for popping in, man. I greatly appreciate that support. Wish you could hang out for a little longer, but 1 a.m. is very, very past my bedtime. The last time, well, actually, I stayed up to 1 a.m. recently, up in Boston and up in New Hampshire, hanging out with my friends. Such a fun trip. We were babyless. My daughter was with my parents for 4 days. And we stayed up very, 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 very late. And that was the first time we have done that in a long time. For fun. For fun. For cry and baby, I don't consider that staying up. I consider that being forced out of your bed by a human alarm. But I appreciate that, Geek Talk. Good to see you, man. On JX Editor, D-list villain, A-list catchphrase. I agree. I like the catchphrase. I'm curious if does he appear if he appears in any like obviously no movies, but if he appears in any like cartoons and stuff like that, I'm curious how he says the hell yeah. But I'm assuming it's only in print, so we'll never hear Kite Man say hell yeah unless he appears in the next DC Batman movie, which I highly doubt. Hashtag Kite Man. More Kite Man. Hashtag, what's the hashtag? What is the hashtag that we could start to troll DC and make them think that the fans want a bunch of fucking Kite Man? But I appreciate that, JX. Whoa! Yeah, it does sound like an Adam West style villain. I like those goofy villains, though, you know? I like them. I kind of like my superheroes to be a little silly. B&B ASMR. Did you ever play Halo CE, Greedo? Is that what it is, CE? That goes to show that I did not play it. I need help, please. No, I never played it, man. I've never played, well, I've said this before, but I've only played the first ever Halo, and that was multiplayer locally on the first ever Xbox. Don't know how old I was. I was probably, I might have been in middle school. Man, I might have been in 8th grade going into 9th grade or something like that. My buddy got an Xbox, he got Halo, and we played multiplayer. So I've never played a campaign, I've never played any other Halo game other than the first one for a few rounds with local multiplayer. But I'm excited that they're coming to the PC. You know, that's really the only reason I've never played them. I just ripped the shit out of all 4 of those dudes. JX Editor, thank you so much once again for the super chat and channel support tonight, man. I greatly appreciate that. War of jokes and riddles in the DC EU. Hashtag KM. Hell yeah. We need to spell out Kite Man though. Dude, I'm gonna look this up. What, is Twitter like going really slow for anybody else today, or is it just me? All day it's just been, which is a good thing. I need to get the fuck off of Twitter. Hashtag, I'm searching hashtag Kite Man hell yeah. I highly doubt anybody has ever used it. War of Jokes and Riddles in the DCEU. I'm not familiar with it. I just looked it up. I'm not going to pretend that I know what the hell it is. Just that, you know, just by reading what you just wrote, I can kind of gauge what it's about. The War of Joke and Riddles is an 8-part Batman storyline written by Tom King and illustrated by Michael Janin? Featuring the war between the Joker and the Riddler during Batman's second year. Batman anxiously retells the events to Catwoman in present day before hearing her answer on if she would marry him. Interesting. Now that sounds cool. That sounds cool. What, dude? JX, I've never really read. I don't think I've ever read a Batman comic. I really don't think I've ever read a Batman comic, JX. I have Superman comics. I have compendiums where, you know, of the 1940s, the very first action comic Superman stuff, which I love. I love all those old. I think that's why I love Superman for All Seasons, is because it's just so chipper and happy-go-lucky and shiny. But yeah, it's a little weird, JX, that for whatever reason growing up, man, Batman, I like Batman. I had Batman action figures and, you know, I all that kind of stuff. But for whatever reason, I didn't really go out of my way to follow Batman stuff. I was definitely more of a Superman kid, and after that, Ninja Turtles was kind of my thing as well, growing up. And that being said, I was never really deep into comics as a whole. Like, it's not like I didn't read very many comics. You know, I had the occasional Star Wars comics, the occasional X-Men comics, the occasional, That being said, I actually have a box of all my old comics in my closet right now. I'm gonna go through them one day. I'm gonna go through them. Some older Superman stuff, and what's neat is that they still have like the dollar sticker on them, right? From the local comic book shop that I grew up next to in Georgia. I tried to look up, it was called like Titan. That's what the sticker says, Titan. I guess it was called Titan Comics or something like that. I tried to look it up, but it's like there's no record of it ever existing. I guess this was pre-internet, or at least yeah, maybe pre like massive internet. I'm not sure. Oh man. Greedo, I know you aren't really into MCU, but have you been caught up in the news yet? Kresge. No, what news? What do you mean? New movies and stuff like that announced? No, dude, I barely keep up with Star Wars news. That's what's always funny. Like, sometimes people will, you know, ask me why I haven't commented on this or that, or some people get bent out of shape that I do. And then whatever. And then I sit back and I'm like, dude, I upload like maybe 1 or 2 videos a week. It's just funny to me. But no, I'm not caught up, man. Oh yeah. Oh, one sec. JX, thank you so much. I don't know why the robot reads it out of order, Larry. Disney and Fox merge, Kresge. I did hear about that. I don't know what the implications are of that. Probably not many. Larry Banks, thank you so much for the continued super chat and channel support this month, man. I appreciate the hell out of that. Thank you so much. I don't know why the robot reads it out of order. JX is on. Give me one sec, Larry. Give me one sec. Batman: The Court of Owls, the story that sold me. Let me look this up real quick. Batman: The Court of Owls. Batman: The Court of Owls. Oh, is this like a big box set? Wait. The Court of Owls, The City of Owls, Death of the Family. So is this... Let me see. Is this broken up into multiple... Alright. Court of Owls is an organized crime group and secret society appearing in American comic books published by DC Comics, commonly associated with the superhero Batman. They have secretly existed since colonial times in Gotham City. Is that what Ra's al... No, that's how little I know about Batman. No. What was his name? Ra's al Ghul, right? Ra's al Ghul. I have no idea how to spell that. Neither does anybody else, apparently. No, that's not. That has nothing to do with him. Yeah, maybe I'll check out some. Yeah, Qui-Gon. Maybe I'll check out that. And that's the way I would want to do it. JX is buy like that. I see that big box set with all 3. I don't know how to describe it, but that's the way I would have to get into it because I don't buy individual comics. I can't do that. You know, I don't want a bunch of those kind of comics lying around. When I get comics, if I get comics on the very, very rare occasion, I usually buy them in, you know, big volumes, compendiums, or whatever you call them. Let's see. I mean, I have some Superman ones like that. I have a series called Why the Last Man. I have that in hardback. And I think I'm on... You know, I bought like 4 of the hardback books, and I don't think I ever finished reading them. I think I read up to book 3. But that was just such a really interesting and unique
Hey, Greedo,
comic.
have you ever seen Firefly?
Patrick, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Give me one sec. But I appreciate that, JX. I might have to check that out. I'm sure my buddy, who is a huge Batman fan, knows all about it. Larry Banks, have you ever read the Walking Dead comics or watched the TV show or played the video games of it? I have read the first. Well, my buddy let me borrow. What are they called? Are they called compendiums? Yeah, compendium, right? I've read the first compendium, the very first one, which is what, like a collection of multiple, a shitload of comics. I don't know. That's the only one that I've ever read. And I don't own it. My buddy, when we first started watching the TV show, like when the TV show first came out, maybe it was when the TV show first came out, or maybe I jumped on it late, but my buddy let me borrow it just so I can, you know, get a feel for what the show's based off of. And I remember enjoying it. I don't really remember too much about it. That being said, I have watched the first 3, potentially 4 seasons of The Walking Dead. I kind of just got a little sick of it. You know, sometimes I just, if a show doesn't capture me continuously, I kind of fall out of love with it, and I just end up ping-ponging to different, you know, different shows. And that's kind of what happened with me with The Walking Dead. I heard that it did have a little struggle in the series with people getting sick of it or not thinking it was good anymore, and apparently, from what I've heard, a lot of people are digging it again, which is good to hear. But maybe I'll give it another chance. We'll see. Maybe I'll give it another chance. In the games, no, I've never played. Those are Telltale games, right? I believe. Unless, are there other Walking Dead games? Oh, isn't there a Walking Dead game, like a first-person shooter where you play the bow and arrow guy? It's not a bow and arrow. What is that? Crossbow? Is it a crossbow? Yeah, it's a crossbow, right? I think. That game looked like ass. My buddy got it for Christmas. It looked like ass. Dale, there you go. There you go. Thanks, Larry. Boondock Saints is what I know him from. But I appreciate that, Larry. Yeah, I'm curious. You know, I always feel bad because, yeah, we invest a lot of time in shows sometimes, multiple seasons, and then for whatever reason, you just kind of forget to watch the next episode. The next day goes by, and then the next week goes by, and a month goes by, and before you know it, you completely forgot you ever watched the show, and you forget to watch it. You know, continue watching it. That's happened to me and my wife a lot with a bunch of shows. That happened with Rescue Me. It was one of my favorite shows. We watched it nonstop. I bought all the DVDs as they were available. Me and my wife were so invested, and then just one day, like, I think it was when we were waiting on a DVD pack to come out, we just completely forgot. And I think that's kind of what happens with, I don't know, for whatever reason, that's kind of the habit I have. 4 seasons of Telltale? Jeez. They don't exist anymore, right? Telltale games? Patrick Bentley, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Hey, Greedo, have you ever seen Firefly? Yep, I've watched the series a couple times, from start to finish. I'm trying to think what to say about it. Well, first of all, if anybody watching or listening to my voice right now has never seen Firefly, and I'm assuming that you're a Star Wars fan, you should absolutely watch Firefly. It is probably what a lot of people want out of a Star Wars TV show. At least kind of when I think of a Star Wars TV show, I tend to think of Firefly because, you know, it's very similar to how I picture a crew of smugglers or bounty hunters or some, you know, just people skirting the law in the Star Wars universe. It's kind of how I picture that a show like that being. So yeah, Patrick, I'm a big fan. A couple of years ago, my wife got me a T-shirt, a Firefly T-shirt. I think I've worn it in a couple videos before. Whoa. Did that kill anybody? All right. See, when you see 3 dudes come around the corner right at you, just look down, toss a thermal detonator, and just close your eyes and take it, and then hopefully your thermal detonator will take a few out. Yeah, Patrick, I appreciate that, man. Dude, like, I'm a little, I know everybody wants a second season, right? Everybody wants a second season. The movie was awesome. Serenity was great. But for me, I kind of don't want there to be a second season. I kind of want, oh, one sec.
Fly casual.
Just got out of physics lab. Glad to have arrived at the stream in time.
Galvatron, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. Patrick, like, yeah, I kind of don't want there to be a second season. I kind of like the idea of this just perfect gem, right? This diamond in the rough. This show, this science fiction show that is just so much damn fun, and it's just a one and done season, and they can't fuck it up, and it's a time capsule of something great, you know. And I like it as I like that is that, you know. Some shows get run into the ground. Some shows are one season. Firefly is one awesome season. And I'm completely fine with that. I don't need a second season, you know. I'm probably deeply, deeply in the minority in that opinion if you're a Firefly fan, but Galvatron 530, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Let's see. There we go. Just got out of my physics lab. Glad to have arrived to the stream in time. Nice, man. A physics lab. Galvatron, for whatever reason, you know, there's people that I've talked to and played games with and in my Discord server and stuff like that that are going to school to be aeronautical engineers, that are going to school for all sorts of just super smart stuff. And Galvatron, it always surprises me that some of the smartest people follow this dipshit that you're listening to. You know, I wish I was smart enough to understand and comprehend what you're learning in that lab, man. But philosophically, whatever that means, I love it. Philosophically in physics, you say? Yeah, I don't know what I mean by that, but I love that. I don't know. I love physics. I don't know anything about it. So I'm glad it exists. I wish I was smarter. But I'm glad dudes like you, Galvatron, are there to pick up the slack for dummy humans like me. But welcome to the stream, man. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully, yeah, I got like about 25 minutes left until I'm jetting off. I might play a couple missions of The Division tonight before I lie down for the evening. Oh man, I'm glad it concluded well and did its thing. Yeah, me too, Patrick. Me too.
Fly casual. Fly casual.
Have you ever heard of the Percy Jackson books by Rick Riordan? I recommend them. They're some of the best books to grow up with.
Larry Banks, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man, once again. Give me one sec. Galvatron, I'm an aerospace engineer, Jesus. And I know a few people who watch your channel. That's pretty cool. Yeah, why go watch somebody smarter. Go watch somebody smarter. I'm gonna dull your brain. But I appreciate that, man. And Larry Banks, once again, thank you so much for the support this month. Not just this evening, but this month, man. I appreciate the hell out of it. Last one bit. Have you ever heard of the Percy Jackson books by Rick? I don't know how to say that. Riordan? I recommend them as they're some of the best books to grow up with. I've heard of them, yes. I actually used to work at a bookstore. Right after I got into the Navy, that was the first job that I just applied for, and I really enjoyed that. That was a really fun job. Working in a bookstore, going to school, on my feet all day, running around grabbing books. That was a really fun job, yeah. But yes, I've heard of it. I've never read them. We always had like... Well, yeah, we quite a bit we had a Percy Jackson display. Let me take a quick sip of water.
I don't know. Fly casual.
GTG for the night. Drinks. Kite man. Hell yeah.
JX, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. Gotta go for the night drinks. Kite man, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I appreciate the support tonight. Enjoy the drinks. And Kite man. Oh, hell yeah. Larry Banks. Yeah, we always had, when I worked at that bookstore, we had like a Percy Jackson display. I didn't really ever know much about it, but it was in the middle of the kids section. And people, you know, kids would always come up to it. It seemed like the new Harry Potter in a way, because it was kind of that same age range, I believe. I'm curious. That's well, but beyond that, I don't know anything about them. But it's always fascinating to me that like these books that pop up, and why do they get traction? You know, I just want to know. Sometimes I wonder, when a book like that comes out, what is the spark that ignites the popularity, right? Like, is it somebody randomly reads it who is maybe a columnist at the Wall Street Journal or some shit and does a book review on it? Is that like why those books explode? Or is it just word of mouth? Like some kid read it and told his friend, and then all of a sudden like 3 million kids are reading the book? I don't know. I'm really curious how the popularity of those kind of things just seem to just come out of nowhere, you know? Am I the only one that wonders about these random shit? Probably. But, yeah, Larry, sometimes I think about the things, like I grew up reading Goosebumps, Rook, right? Goosebump books, right? And that kind of stuff, and I'm very, very curious what my daughter is going to be reading when when she's old enough to read, you know. Very curious. Obviously, she's probably going to end up reading the classics because of school. I still have I probably have 100 Goosebump books in a box that is currently in the closet right next to me. And I'm just very curious what is going to be a popular book for her to read when she's old enough to read and comprehend things, you know.
We have them cornered. This won't stay easy.
Take it easy, Patrick. I haven't seen anything about a Sonic movie, but I appreciate that support tonight, man. Oh, jeez, that was pretty lucky. What do you think about the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale DICE is adding? Call of Duty Potato Warfare. I haven't really played much Battlefield 5. I've only played maybe 2 hours of it. That's not because I didn't like it. I've just been playing other stuff, you know, and yeah. But that being said, the Battle Royale has me pretty excited. Because I've been looking for a good mix of multiple Battle Royale games. I'm looking for a mix of like PUBG in terms of realistic damage, at least realistic damage relative to the types of Battle Royale, cartoony, like, I don't know, arcadey Battle Royale games that are super popular right now. Apex, Fortnite, you know. I'm hoping that Battlefield 5 Battle Royale is a good mix of the damage realism in a PUBG type game mixed with the smoothness of the smooth gunplay of an Apex, right? I hope it's a good mix. Yeah. The book's about a modern take on Greek mythology about a demigod going on adventures, and the book gets more mature in a way. Riordan? Oh shit. I need to look up how to pronounce his name. One sec. Wrong way. Gotcha. More mature. Also did books on Egypt and Norse mythology and the same universe. Interesting. So Percy Jackson is... I'm just going to look this up real quick. Because I actually, you know, Percy Jackson. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Often shortened to Percy Jackson is a... Wait. Well, I want to know about the character. Why doesn't it say anything about the character? Okay, create a fictional character of Percy Jackson. Create the story of how he travels across the United States to discover Zeus's lightning bolt. Is he like an archaeologist or something? A kid archaeologist? Oh, is he not a kid? I always assumed Percy Jackson was a kid. Oh, he is a kid. Inventing story. Oh, this is kind of interesting. He started inventing stories for his son Haley, who was diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia in the spring of 2002. When Haley was in 2nd grade and he was studying Greek mythology, he asked his father to tell him bedtime stories based on those myths. When his father ran out of ideas, Haley suggested that he make up new stories that combined existing mythological characters with new ones. That's really cool. Interesting. Huh. Wow. That guy must have just walked right by me. Save me. There we go. Nice. Oh, dead. No, KotOR is not done forever, Cheesy. My flawless widescreen would not detect it tonight. That is the 2nd or 3rd time that's happened before. Normally, it takes me about 10 opens and closes for the flawless. I don't know how to describe it if you've never done it. You have to open KotOR up a few times for this program to recognize it and make it full screen 1080p. And sometimes it takes like 10 times, and I sat here for about 15 minutes before 9 o'clock. Opening and closing KotOR, and it never found it. So I don't know if something's not working right, or I just need to reset my PC. I don't know, some shit like that. I'll take a look at it tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get it working. If I do get it working, I'm definitely gonna stream KotOR because I'm kind of missing it. I haven't played it in what, like a week? Feels like a week at least. There we go. Whoa! Damn it. Do you think DICE should add more guns to the game? Skate trick. No, I mean, I'm perfectly happy with... See, man, like, I find what I like in games, and I rarely want to try other guns. You know, when the game first came out, I tried everything. Tried all the guns, tried all the... Damn it. All the, different classes. But, I mean, we've got a decent amount of weapons, right? For each class. I don't mind it. What's up, John H? Well, maybe I didn't miss any KotOR. Been away about a week. No, I don't think you have. It's been about a week since I've played it, for sure. I was planning on playing it tonight. Well, yeah. So, hopefully, I'll have time to take a look at it tomorrow. And then once I decided to just fuck it, it's 9 o'clock, I'm gonna stream. I debated about just playing some Division 2 on a stream. But I decided to play a little bit of Star Wars. Trying to find the boy so he can bring it back in the first book and he's 12. Oh, okay. There's 3 series worth of books on the Greek 1 series. That's cool. I like the story behind the book's creation too, Larry. Yeah, I'm so excited. Like, I was a big reader growing up. Whoa. I read a lot when I was a kid. I used to, like, me and my friends, you know, we were all into Goosebump books and that kind of stuff. And we had a tent, and I used to put the tent in the woods, like, behind my house and have, like, little I don't know. I just go out there and read, you know. My friends would come out and read with me and just, like, I don't know, play around in the yard. Might have been like 8. Okay, it was the first house in Georgia, so I would have been, yeah, probably, I would say about 8, 9, yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited to have my daughter get into reading, and maybe she'll read a book. And I'll read the book at the same time, and I'm excited for that kind of stuff, you know? Kind of get into what she's into. That's what I'm most excited. Like, I don't care if she's into what I'm into. I don't give 2 shits. But you bet your ass I'm going to be into what she's into. Have you thought about a podcast? Call of Duty Potato Warfare. Yeah, I've always considered it. But, you know, these live streams are almost like a podcast in a way, because my attention is definitely more on the chat and talking and all that stuff, more so than the game. So, you know, maybe one day I'd start one. If like some of my friends, local friends, would want to start one with me, I'd be down for it. But, probably not anytime soon. Probably not anytime soon. That being said, yeah, I don't know. I am that, you know, the book that I'm about to order a print of and then probably put up for sale, maybe right around Celebration or so. Hopefully, cross my fingers. I'm planning on doing an audiobook of it as well. I was looking into how to do that today. I just think that'd be kind of neat. I talk on here all the time, so some people might just want to listen to it, you know? Almost like a very, very long morning coffee. What's up, Zach? Oh, man. Also, do you think they can add a survival mode based on the Death Troopers zombies? That'd be kind of fun. I mean, as kind of a gimmicky mode for Halloween, maybe. I think something like that would be pretty fun. I don't think they'll do that, but I think I would like something like that, you know. That being said, I thought I would like the Ewok survival. Is that what it's called? I thought I would like that mode a lot. I played it a couple times and it did nothing for me. And I just decided, it's not for me. Oh, man. My favorite movie of last year. Let me see. When did First Man come out? Oh, 2018. So First Man was my favorite movie of last year, but I didn't see it until this year because, yeah, baby. Couldn't find any time to go see a movie while it was in the theater. And that was my most anticipated movie of 2018 too. More so than Solo. I was way more excited for First Man. But I ended up buying it on 4K Blu-ray and watching it at home when it came out. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Have you been seeing this demonetization happening called Adpocalypse? One of the things cited is video games being used. Figured it should be on your radar since you're into that. Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't really know much about it, to tell you the truth. think it's well, it's definitely more than just video games, right? But I don't really know what the parameters are for things that are getting demonetized. I think it's more. Well, I really don't even know. I was lucky with that spawn. I've never run into any issues like that. Stacking Stormtrooper. You know, my older videos. I mean, all of my older and really most popular videos were never monetized because they had copywritten music and stuff like that. For the most part, you know, I don't know. I've avoided all that copyright imperial entanglement. But well, if it's video games, I wonder how that works. Is it video game music, perhaps? I find that that is one of the big things that gets people hit for copyright is the music. Especially like if you're playing Battlefront with the music on, and you know the Star Wars theme is blaring or these different songs are blaring, you're pretty much guaranteed to get hit with little copyright infringement there. Gruda, have you heard of Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix? I only heard of it a couple streams ago from a viewer named the Deadly Llama, and he brought the show up to my attention. I had never heard of that before. Sorry, I was reading something. It looks really interesting to me, though. There's an episode. I've read a few of the synopsis for a few episodes. And the one that really intrigues me that I really want to see is where the robots go to a post-apocalyptic like cities, a tour of the United States, I think. A tour of a post-apocalyptic world. And the robots survive. And they're almost like tourists going to sightsee of what the humans used to be like. And I really, really want to watch that one. But I'm excited to check it out. Oh. What's up, Jason96? Good to see you, man. Hey, man, tried to catch you on the other day, but the chat was busy. Missed the last Q&A because I was doing university interviews. Nice. I got it. Nice. Starting music production / performance in September. Hell yeah. September, it might seem far away, but it is right around the corner, man. Hell yeah, man. Congrats. That's really exciting. A whole new chapter. A whole new field to get into. Something that you're passionate about. Fuck yeah. That's awesome to hear, man. Thank you for, I love hearing that. Thank you for sharing that. Hell yeah. Music, production, music, and performance. So what are you, hoping to do with that? Like, oh, yikes. Oh, that's not a dude. I got lucky there. Like stage, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the people that are in the back at like concerts and stuff like that, producing the show and messing with the. I'm gonna sound like an idiot. I'm gonna throw out terms that I don't think are the right terms, but they might be. The mixing boards and stuff like that. Maybe. Maybe. Contemporary music. Oh, I see. That's awesome. Overlearning classical. That's really awesome. The studios they have are amazing. One of them, oh, has a grand piano, and I was drooling over that shit. Nice. I'm gonna hop off of here and just hang out in the chat. Yeah, it's awesome, Jason. Another issue YouTube cites is repetitive content reposting of other YouTube creators' content, music, and video games. You may want to research it a bit more just in case. Interesting. Yeah, I never make my streams public, you know. They're just fun. Hop on here and do that. I can understand why reposting of other YouTube creators' content would be an issue. Because there's a lot of people that just do like these reaction videos where all they do is just play someone else's video and then watch it and record themselves watching it and post it, and for whatever reason that's popular. I don't get it. So I can understand why people would like, why that would be an issue. It's kind of a gray area of copyright infringement right there, you know, a little bit of fair use. I guess it's up to the, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. However, I will learn a wide range of stuff like scoring over footage, Foley work. That dude, Foley work, live performance, man, cool stuff like that. Nice. Foley work, being a Foley artist to me would be one of the most fun jobs in Hollywood. I think that it just, the endless amounts of creativity you could have to make a scene come to life, you know? I think that would be without a doubt one of the most fun jobs. Just, it's almost like just banging on shit like a kid, you know? Just coming up with weird, interesting sounds that fit scenes. I just love it. I just love it. Yeah, that would be like the perfect job. I would love that. Man. Alright guys, I have to hop off. We were told the uni's getting a dedicated Foley studio put in over summer, so I'll be having fun in there. Nice, man. Yeah, you're gonna have a blast doing that. Just every scene, just every scene. Why does Jason keep just doing fart Foley sounds for every single scene? The gunshot, the shotgun shot through holes in the wall, and he's cut that shit out. All right, guys, I got to get going. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me for about an hour of Battlefront 2 tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. This is definitely a later than normal stream. I usually stream about 4 hours before this, but wanted to see what all you fellas were up to later in the evening. So thank you so much to JX Editor for the super chat and channel support. Larry Banks, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Galvatron530, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Patrick Bentley, thank you for the super chat and channel support. The Geek Talk Society, thank you for the super chat and channel support. AT Chat, thank you for the super chat and channel support. And cool. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right. Yeah, that'd be funny, dude. That's actually a really, really funny idea for re-editing Star Wars. I could make some probably pretty funny stuff re-editing Star Wars video, or like clips with silly sounds. It's not a bad idea. But alright guys, thank you for tuning in. I will catch you all on the flip side tomorrow night. Cross my fingers that I can figure out what the hell is wrong with flawless widescreen not detecting KotOR. Hopefully it was just a one-time thing that that an easy fix. Don't know why. If it keeps persisting, I'll just reinstall both and hopefully be ready to go tomorrow evening. Alright, I appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. See ya.